Have you ever seen how a DC motor works? Or maybe want to know how to make one? Or maybe the applications of such motors in real life? Today, my group, consisting of Aston, Shivikram and Hanwei and I, will be presenting on DC motors, how they work and their applications. In addition, we will be covering a bit on how AC motors work as well.
First, we make a magnetic coil by wrapping a coated wire, copper wire, multiple times around the edge of the paper tube. Also note that a few centimeters of loose wire at both ends of the coil should remain uncoiled. We then proceed to remove the paper tube and wrap the ends of the wire around the coil at opposite ends of the circle. Tape can be used to keep the coil together, but it is optional.
After that, we start making the base. We use rubber bands to secure the paper clip to the side of the cup, and then place two ring magnets on the base of the cup after it's flipped. After that, we place a copper coil to rest on both the paper clips, allowing it to be over the magnet. Instead of using two magnets on one side of the base, one can be on each side to make it more stable.
After that, send the end of the wires at the base of the cup and connect them to the battery. Create outward facing hooks on the wires that face upwards, like in an S shape, where the one tail of the S is leading down back to the cup. Note that the distance between S and the base of the cup should be more than the radius of the coil and no more than 2 times the radius of the coil. Sand the coating off both free ends of the coil, after which use a permanent marker to insulate half the sanded areas on one free end, not both. Connect the battery to both ends of the paper clips and in theory, the motor should work.
So how does this model work? It starts with a few basic principles like that of like poles repelling and unlike poles attracting, as well as inertia. The model consists of two main processes that are constantly repeating one after another to allow the coil to continuously rotate. The first is that when the circuit is closed and complete, the current flows through the copper coil and turns the copper coil into an electromagnet. The opposite pole of the electromagnet gets attracted to the permanent magnet. At the same time, the like pole of the electromagnet gets repelled from the pole